I kind of like that name. Volume.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Snap content. Now, we're going to be talking about Star-Lord, Master of the Sun. So, I've been playing him a bit. Unfortunately, I don't have high Evo, so, I don't have his, most usable... I don't want to say his best deck. I think he can fit into a lot of decks, but I think high Evo is definitely the place where he feels most at home. Well, that and there's some other places, Man Spider. But we're gonna talk about how good Star-Lord really is. For those who are new to Marvel Snap, this is the type of Battle Pass card that I would recommend picking up because of the access that he gives you to the uh like so when you start the new game when you start a new game in Marvel Snap, you get set cards, and those set cards are kind of like pointless. Well, I don't want to say pointless. They don't have abilities. So you have Hulk, Cyclops, Misty Knight, you know, Abomination. You get all those cards essentially given to you. And High Evolutionary kind of gives them abilities. And at the current moment in the meta, they're kind of good. They're kind of really good. And they just released Star-Lord, and he goes in that deck. And it is really funny. That being said, is it the best deck ever? No. I think it's a really good deck. I think it's the most accessible, free-to-play deck you can get if you have 6k coins, because all you would need to do is obtain High Evolutionary. And then from there, the gates are open. You have a competitive deck. For the most part, obviously. The most OP deck, I do believe, with him is a Man Spider mix, but that's just because Man Spider, in my opinion, is just a broken card. It's so broken. Man Spider is broken. He can get you some goofy numbers. I don't actually have him, but I've gone against him enough to know when I see Man Spider, I'm probably retreating unless you can just snipe it with like a Gambit, or like if you have some way to shut it off, like with a Spider Ham. Like, it's a problem. Man Spider is a problem, and when you have this on the field with it, the energy and like the combos, it's really dumb. Now I will say, Star-Lord's passive, on reveal, next turn you get +1 energy for each turn you've ended with unspent energy. This gains that much power. It's really nice for refunding your energy when you're able to like skip a turn, or if you're just unable to play turn 1 and 2. It happens. Now, on average, in my experience, he usually ends up around a 10 or 11 when it comes to his power, which is all right. It's not great. It's not bad. It's pretty. It's like that's still like 4 or 5 energy refunded to you for whatever turn it is you're going into. I think the best cards to use with this guy are Sunspot and Magic. Obvious reasons, because you're with Sunspot turn 1, you can like you can just start skipping energy and filling it. Now I will tell you, I don't know if this is bugged or it's just the way it works. If you go to your last turn, whatever that turn is, 6, 7. Oh, anyway, if you go to that last turn, Star-Lord doesn't fuel Sunspot. Like, he didn't for me at least, which is weird because Sunspot usually gets the energy. I don't know if that was just a bug. I got unlucky, but he just didn't get the energy. The game ended. I think it might have been like a bug because Sunspot should still get the fuel. It was weird, but yeah, Star-Lord's good. I still prefer Luna Snow. I wish I had Luna Snow. I think Luna Snow is more consistent when it comes to just giving you consistent energy. Same thing with Hope Summers. I think Hope Summers is going to be better for like consistency. Like, for example, if you're running a Kitty Pryde zombie deck, I think Hope Summer is just a better card for that deck because Zombie Scarlet Witch and then Hope Summers can go in the same spot. You can start spamming Kitty on there, and you'll just keep getting energy while you're building your horde. This guy is more so like you really want to do like your last turn and make a really big play with him on the field, just because you can skip a turn. You can skip those turns. Like you can skip. Honestly, like the best way to use this guy is skip turn 1, play power 1 card on turn 2, skip turn 3. Probably not run many power 3s in your deck. Maybe like outside Misty Knight, or whatever it is you're using. Go to turn 4. If you have Star-Lord in your hands, if there's nothing that you would need to play, skip turn 4, play turn 5. And then your turn 6 is huge. That's a really good way of doing it, which is also why I like Magic with them, because like if you run a power 3 card, you can just play Magic on turn 3, skip turn 4, skip turn 5, and then like you're getting 9 energy. You're getting refunded so much energy. So like he's cool. I think he's really strong. Now, I am going to say my expectations for him were that I thought he could go in multiple decks. Like I thought it'd be more wide spanned, which in theory it can be. It can be. However, it can come back and bite you. Just depending on like what your core combo is or your power like combo is. I'll show you an example in this like right now. So I'm running him in this deck, not because he is a perfect fit for this deck, but it's because I'm a newer like player. And I still don't have Luna Snow. I don't have Hope Summers. I don't have energy cards. And this combo, relies on Kid Omega, Shuri, Nimrod. Those 3, along with like Phantom X if possible. I can go the Phantom X win condition route, or I can go with this Nimrod win condition route, right? And since my power, since my power is a little awkward, it's hard for me to play Kid Omega, or for example, it's hard for me to be like Shuri, Nimrod, fastball all in the same turn. It doesn't really work like that for this deck. I can do Shuri and Nimrod usually in the last turn together. That's fine. But I do need to plan my energy around Kid Omega, and Kid Omega being on the ground. I can't pull out the fastball Nimrod on that last turn unless I already have Shuri in the field. So you got to kind of like plan like your energy and kind of like understand how he works. After using him for a few games, he's gonna be a little wonky. I think Star-Lord's a wonky guard, but he's good. He's a wonky card that is good, because you're gonna be like, what the heck, man? This deck it's not doing the thing that I need it to do. It's because you're trying to force it. I think you can't exactly force Star-Lord to work. You kind of just he's just kind of there for like additional tech for your energy. So he's really good. He's a little weird, and he makes it to where you could lose based off your choice of saving energy or just playing normally. But he is good. He is really good. You can do some funny things with him. If you have a Wong, you can slap him on Wong. You can multiply him, Zola him, and then do it again. Like, he is flexible to a few decks, which is a good thing. It's not like the Weapon X situation where Weapon X is just strictly for one deck. This guy is a little bit more wide spanned, or has a little bit more options. He's kind of like Xiao, where he has his tech and you can play him in like a few extra decks, but he is limited to what his power is, right? Now, is he broken? With Man Spider and that kind of weird meta deck that is just like really annoying because you can shut you down really quickly, just how big that deck can get, he could look broken on the surface. But in reality, I think he's pretty balanced. He's just another energy card that has a little bit of extra oomph in his kit. He's got a little bit of extra power in his kits. So, that being said, Marvel Snap players, if you're new, I think the High Evolutionary deck is the best and most usable place for you to get this guy going. Now, that being said, I'm going to say some things. Surge is going to drop soon. I don't know when she comes out, but she's going to have a 5K bundle of gold bundle. Pick her up if you have that. Star-Lord is awesome, so if you have him, great. High Evolutionary, if you see him in your shop and you're brand new, I would recommend considering picking him up so you can just throw this deck together. That way you can start climbing a little bit more easier. Grandmaster, is a Series 4 card. Pretty popular in these type of decks. I think he fits well with Star-Lord. The only other card you would have to get is Exorbitant Man, which is a Series 3. So when it comes to a budget, and if you're brand new and it comes to a budget, it's relatively straightforward. It's really budgetable for new players. You only have to buy 2 Series 5s at most, a Series 4, and grind out a Series 3. Everything else here is pretty much obtainable. Like Sunspot is a Series 2, you'll get him. Everything here you just get kind of as a new player after just playing a few hours. You'll have all these cards. The reason why this deck is so budgetable is because High Evolutionary makes these things have passives. Can I actually click them and show you what I mean? You unlock the potential of your cards with no abilities. So like, will it show us? It doesn't. So like Hulk, Misty Knight, you saw the deck. Like, it has a pretty high win rate right now. I will say this is for lower levels. Like, this will get you up in the 80s pretty safely and pretty consistently when it comes to your win rating. I don't know if this can just instantly get you an easy run into Infinite. Right now, the season's kind of... It's not as bad as last season. But the issue with every season is that there's always a gimmick, and this gimmick is Manspider is going to be plaguing the season. I know it's going to be plaguing the season. Manspider is like so cheesy. That, and like when you get over to get the 80s and 90s, you're gonna start seeing Wong Mystique, and I'm sure you're gonna start seeing those cheesy like Wong Mystique decks that are like trying to fuel up Black Panther, Star-Lord, whatever it is we're trying to do. Hazmat with like Silver Surfer. Those are still pretty popular. And this deck doesn't run Luke Cage, so just careful with it. But when it comes to like just straight up what you're going against, it has a good chance of winning in most situations. It's a pretty solid deck. I'm not trying to gaslight you to get a bad deck. I think this deck is pretty solid when it comes to a new player, free to play new player, like budgetable deck. This is something that you should get. Now you might be thinking, why I don't have these cards? Well, no one told me about High Evolutionary when I was a new player. Not gonna lie, no one told me that. They were all talking about Destroy. They were all talking about this other, like all the other meta stuff that's going on right in that season, which was Weapon X. High Evolutionary wasn't exactly meta during that time, or if he was, no one told me. But now that Star-Lord exists, he is a really good card with this deck. So Sunspot's a key card you need. Star-Lord, High Evolutionary, Grandmaster, those are kind of like they're kind of just like, they all kind of like flow together. So yeah, the fact that, you know, High Evolutionary can proc Star-Lord again is kind of funny. So yes, is Star-Lord good? Yes. Is he absolutely broken? You could argue it, but he makes your stuff wonky. You have to play around him, which is depending on you. I mean, I play around Phantom X, and he's wonky, but I would say he's good. Star-Lord's better, probably. Pretty easily better. Just because, one, he's a Battle Pass unit. 2, his deck's probably going to be a lot stronger. And 3, he himself is kind of like low-key crazy, right? So, yes. New players. If you see High Evolutionary in your shop, snipe them. It's 6k tokens. It will literally give you a new deck to play. Even if you don't have Surge, even if you don't have Grandmaster, you can still slap Star-Lord in there and kind of make it work until you get Grandmaster and Surge. I think Surge is really good with this deck. I want Surge. But she should be coming in a bundle that costs 5,000 gold, and the bundle's actually sick. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get the bundle because I don't have gold. But like, if I did have the gold, I would get it in a heartbeat. You could also just buy her for 6k coins. I think if you're going to use High Evolutionary, she's 1,000% worth that set amount of gold, or collector tokens, right? So yes, broken. Also, Doctor Strange is in my... I'm never gonna get Diamondback, bruh. Never, ever. Ever, ever. Never, ever, ever. But yeah, really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, I'm not gonna like play any games. I could try to record some with this deck. It's just not a good representation of on how good Star-Lord is. And unfortunately, I don't have a high evolutionary to really like show you, and I don't have Man Spider to really show you how strong this guy really is. So I'm gonna be making a video on tech cards coming up next, I think, because I think tech cards are like the shit. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It might be a tier list style video, but it's not meant to be like a tier list. I will see how I do it. Star-Lord will definitely be in the video when it comes to me breaking down these stuff as a new player. Like I want to guide you guys who are new down a easier road and a more enjoyable path when it comes to deciding what deck you want to go for. How I play is a bit different. What I do is a bit different than other players. I don't just build the meta stuff and grind to infinite. I like trying to grind things a little differently and show that, you know, you can have fun without following the meta rules. Right now, I'm grinding up to infinite with this deck. And it's a struggle, but that's not because this deck is bad. It's a struggle because I'm missing some key pieces like Diamondback. If I just, you know, at the moment I have Hazmat that's fueling the Ajax. I've been kind of switching the deck around, trying to see what works. Hopefully you guys get a really good video from Harry. He's a friend of mine, and he was considering running my deck for a video. So if Harry does that, that's awesome. I've already have a video on this. It was kind of it was weird because Prowler was carrying it and it wasn't like going in the way I wanted to. Like the deck wasn't flowing in the way I wanted it to, but we were still winning. But the higher you climb, the harder things get and the more consistent your deck needs to be. And so I switched out a few things. I threw Hazmat in here, you know, and it's been better. You can do some funny things, but like, anyway, losing the topic. Essentially, what I'm saying is, if you want to climb the season and you want to have a good time because you want to go for the Guardians like reward, which is this, you'll have a easier time with High Evolutionary and Star-Lord. I do believe that. So, yes. So there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of Star-Lord. Should you buy the Battle Pass? Absolutely. Get the $10 Battle Pass. Make sure you do it on the web, though, or the website. That way you get one Series 5-pack along with it. Hey, it could be high Evolutionary. Never know. Could happen. If you're that person, congratulations. You just got yourself a pretty solid deck. And I'm sure Star-Lord's going to age just fine. Will he get nerfed? I don't know. I don't think he's broken as... Or I don't think he was as broken as Shao Lao, but there is some circumstances you can look at and be like, this is a little too strong. And there's other circumstances where like you can look at him and it's like, he's kind of butt cheeks. He's kind of back and forth, just depending on the deck you can run in. Like, once again, his decks are limited to like a few decks, but those decks are really good, like really good meta like decks, right? So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go get yourself a Star-Lord. Go get yourself a High Evolutionary. Go get yourself a Man Spider if you can. If you get a Man Spider, the things you can do. I think you also need Symbiote Spider-Man, though, for that deck. If I remember right. I don't know. Seeing less Spider-Ham in this meta, which I'm so happy about. I hate Spider-Ham. But you'll see things when you climb. And let me know what you're fighting right now. I'm fighting a lot of random stuff. Like High Evolutionary. This music's catchy. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Peace.